Hey everyone, this is Icy Mizu bringing you a new Let's Play of New Super Mario Brothers. Ah man, it's been almost 4 years since I made this and creating this channel, and this was my very first gameplay. I still remember that, and gosh, when I started up, it was just sounded so awful, and I think, and it's really awful. So this game needed well, this commentary needed a new complete update and everything and all that good stuff. Oh man, but yeah. Now as for the game itself, yep, this is the era when they started to rehatch Super Mario Brothers again, and then the rehatching Super Mario Brothers concept, and a lot of it is coming from the Super Mario Brothers 3. Oh man. And then, as you know, and then New Super Mario Bros. For the Wii comes out, and then there was one for the Wii U, and then they came out with a like somewhat of a sequel of New Super Mario Brothers on this, which was called Super Mario Brothers 2 for the 3DS. I haven't played it that one since, and I'm probably gonna get it sooner or later, something like that. But yeah. Other than that, as for all about what this game is all about, you got a Mario vs. Luigi, which is actually this is the multiplayer game. I won't able to show it off anyways, but so like the goal for this is that you collect stars and the one who has the most stars wins. I think that's how it worked. And then the mini games actually comes back from the remake of Super Mario Bros. I mean not Super Mario, Mario 64. Um, which was called Super Mario 64 DS, which I will get to that game later down in the future. And let me go back to my options here. Ah, yeah, okay, everything is fine. Now, I do like how you can actually change the controllers here, because, like, you actually got the two buttons layout, like, you got B for dash, and then you got A for jump. But also, you can change it to just like how it was on the Super Nintendo, because on the Super Nintendo, you use Y to run, and then use B to jump. But I'm just gonna keep it classic, because that's how I was been playing it since ever. Um, but yeah, now even though there's a Mario game, I'm going to be doing a little bit different here. If you hold L and R on a file, you get a confirmation and it says Luigi. So in this case, you're going to be using Luigi. You won't actually know this button input until you actually beat the game. It actually, when it takes you to this particular screen, it will show it on the background that you can hold these two buttons, and you get to use Luigi. Now, how different is Mario? He's still just the same as Mario, nothing more. Though they actually end up giving him just like the wall jump, because like the wall jump for the longest used to be the one of Mario's abilities. Because like for those who played the Super Mario 64 DS, um, Luigi doesn't wall jump there. None nor is Wario or Yoshi, only Mario. So yeah, let's go. Let's go to World 1-1, and if you see in the map layout, it's going to be almost just like on the Super Mario Brothers 3. Now, one of the cool aesthetics I did like about this game is that as soon as you start the level, you see Peach's castle right on the background. Pretty nice. And also, there's a few tricks they introduced here. First of all, the ground pound was implemented here, coming from from the Super Mario 64. Now, if you do this on the coins, like that, what I did, you're actually gonna get a mushroom at the end. But since I missed it, I'm not gonna bother. And somehow I missed that Goomba. Now theirs is one of the new items introduced here, which is the giant mushroom, or I know there was a particular name, but pretty much giant mushroom you can just cause mayhem in the level. But for this, for gameplay's sake, this is also going to be 100% run as well. I know there's a mushroom here. Yep. All right, let's go with this. Okay, let me cross through here. Go in this pipe, and this is going to take us to the second one. Now, this is one more convenience things they did here is that since there's a second screen now, they end up adding, oh, if you're going underground, you're going to use the bottom screen. Okay, but this is another mechanic was added from the Super Mario. Super Mario World is that you can hold an extra item. But the thing about it, holding an extra item, you actually have to use the touchscreen to to get it. As you can see it right down on the bottom screen, or it's probably going to be like in a screen somewhere when you watch this video. The reason why I actually went back is because there's a star here. Now, good things that what they did to this is that they added the the somersault. I mean yeah, it's not somersault. What am I say? I guess spin jump from the for the Super Mario 64. I mean Super Mario Brothers 3. Also, you actually run faster. Another two things you notice as well there is that one, they end up using the same soundtrack from when you get the wing cap from 64, as well as they added that one of the Easter eggs right there. They bring back the soundtrack when you beat when you know go through the flagpole. That soundtrack is from the Super Mario Brothers for all those Mario fans out there. The way you get it is that if you have the last two digits on your timer to be the same, so let's say you got 266, you're gonna get that soundtrack, as well as you're gonna get 6 fireworks thrown out. You know what? And then of course, like I said, just like how it was on Super Mario Bros. 3, the mushroom houses comes back. Although they added a few other ones. So like for example, they added the no wait, I think they did they have the one-up mushrooms? But anyway, this game is pretty much is a kind of a game changer, like you see right there. Make sure you don't touch the Bowser. I'm probably gonna be doing it too. I'm not probably gonna be using it because like grabbing one-ups in this game is really easy. Let's see if I'm lucky here. Yep, there we go. Awesome. Just like that. Beautiful. Look at all those one-ups. Yeah, I do like how they, on the overworld you actually see the Peach's Castle as well in the background. And it's World 1, and if you see it right there, yep, you guessed it, it's gonna be the underground level. And also they bring back the soundtrack as well. Oh man, goodness. Like there's so much nostalgia in this game, even more than it needs to be. You know what, let's just go with it, let's go. Now, there is something now, just like in Super Mario World, is that there are actually secret goals to go through in this. So I'm just gonna go first. I'm gonna go to the secret goal for it because the third coin you actually have to take the path. And if you remember correctly, how the Super Mario Brothers is that if you go to all the way on the above of the level, it will take you to like secret pipes. Well, that's what you actually want to be doing here. And it's like like I said, if you manage to get all the coins out of the coin box, you're actually gonna get a mushroom. Now, if you actually jump here, it gives you a free star. Let's go. Alright. And the thing we gotta go is actually go up there. There we go. Alright. Nice. And this should take us to the last coin. Make sure don't jump in the pipe. And also, I forgot to probably mentioning, you might have seen it there. You can they added the wall jump, so the game is just as relatively easy. But it's also really fun with wall jumping, especially when you actually go through like vertical platforms, which we're gonna be running down soon later down the road. Now, as you saw right there, it opens up a path, and it actually takes us to a shortcut to the very first fortress or tower. It's one of those two. I don't remember what exactly its name. Now, there's this little red flying box. Well, two of them always shows up in a level in the world, and they're always gonna show up at random. So what this box always gonna give you a random item, whether it's a flower, a mushroom, a one-up. There are gonna be more items here to introduce as well, but we're gonna. I'm pretty much gonna show it off when we actually get it. And they're gonna, and also they're gonna introduce one of my favorite items as well in here. Now, if you jump in this pipe, it will take us to this particular room. But if you use this shell, I'm trying to go up there. Can I go up there, please? Thank you. There we go. All of the coins. All right, just a little bit more. Almost there. There we go. Now we're gonna go do it old school. Luigi, thank you. There we go. take us to this room. Now, what we're gonna do here is grab the giant mushroom and destroy everything in your path. That, as you see right there, there's also a meter. So the more you destroy, the higher goes the meter. And pretty much the meter is that as soon as the one of those segments goes green, it also gives you one-ups. If you also ground pound, it also drops coins and enemies like for some reason, because it makes sense. I don't know. I'm trying to make sense on the Mario game. You know, in a game where you can shoot fireballs underwater. You know, logic. Now let's go. We don't need this. I'm just gonna go through this level. There we go. Almost there. Done. Alright. Yay for me, Luigi. But yeah. Nothing much else to say now to go to World 1-3. And if you notice the pattern here is that how it was on the very first Super Mario Brothers. So it's like that's the one the little I guess aesthetic they did is that they start with an overworld, then we go underground, and then 1-3 we're actually gonna go in jumping on toadstools. So that's what it's gonna be this World 1-3. As for the soundtrack, for the soundtrack of this game, well, it's not as bad as people may say it. Oh, really? Probably I'm thinking about another level. But going back to the soundtrack thing is, I'm trying to say. Some of them find that it was a little bit annoying. I find it just it's alright. It's not as bad. It can be catchy at moments. Alright, there we go. Number 2. I'm gonna grab a flower here. Now, another thing they added here is that, well, they decided to have the Koopas and Goombas to do a little dance on the beat. Dun dun. Is there any? No, I don't think there's any secrets here. And the red coins comes back, but instead of giving you a star, instead is that if you can grab all the stars in time, all the coins in all the red coins in time, it will give you a item. The item depends on what you have. So like in this case, since I'm Fire Flower Luigi, Fire Luigi, it will give you a 1-up. If I was just regular Luigi, I would have got a Fire Flower instead. So that's how it works. Now there's a thing about collecting coins, because there's actually some value for collecting them. For one, there are these signs. These signs is, well, it's going to open up paths, or it's going to open up some mushroom houses, but also it saves the game, because yeah, it doesn't have an option to save the game. So yeah. So again, it gave coins to have a certain value just besides just collecting them. Now for this one, the fortress, there are actually 2 goals we have to go through. I'm just gonna defeat Bowser Jr. Yeah, it's not gonna be Boom Boom, just like how it was on the Super Mario Bros. 3. It's a good thing too, but just defeating Bowser Jr. all the time, it is just as annoying. Well, I wouldn't say annoying, it's just as easy. There we go. Come on. I believe I missed a coin. No, it's right here. Never mind. Hey, Daydry Bowser, you come back as well. No. Man, I almost got it. Oh well, there we go. Now for the second one, you want to actually jump up. At least you can wall jump on those spikes, but I didn't mean to do that. What we gotta do? Jump to this platform. There's a circle coin. Now for the last one, we're actually going to go down here. And this is when they introduce these trails of coins, is that since you go through it, the coins will appear. Now what we're going to do is go through this door, which will take us to the last coin. Now if we would jump in this pipe, yes, the pipe becomes cannon. You know, I was thinking for like since they were trying to implement cannons. I mean, like somewhat cannons in here. Oh my goodness, that was too close. Oh man, but I was expecting them to use an actual cannon to blast you off. But oh well. Grab the fly flower and time to fight Bowser Jr. You know how easy it is? You know what? I'm just gonna stay here. You know? There, done. Yes, at least these boss battles are pathetic. However, the one thing I give props to this game over the other ones, including even Super Mario World, is the bosses. Because each end of the world, every last level in each world, you actually fight a very unique boss. Which most of the bosses are actually just enemies, but powerful, and that's what it pretty much is. Now we're gonna go to the secret one.